4 months of debate, argument, and discussion at the Capitol ends today. The regular legislative session winds down in just about an hour. Good evening, I'm Brittany Pieper.
And I'm Jordan Berger. We've seen major bills like the workplace discrimination bill and right to work come out of this session. Kami Waite's Desiree Evans is live at the Capitol to tell us more about what some of the members had to say about the final day. Desiree?
When I was walking around the Capitol earlier today, I asked a lot of the people involved with the session how their day was going, and the word I got the most was busy. There were some representatives who say they're happy with the overall outcome of the sessions, and there were others who say they aren't so pleased, and today I spoke with both sides.
This is a super complicated issue.
One of the most common phrases heard from representatives on the floor.
There's a lot of activity going on the House floor and between the House and the Senate.
For some, it's been a positive experience.
We've done a lot of pro-business stuff this session. We've passed a lot of tort reform. We passed the right to work, and we've done a lot of that, and I'm excited about what that might do for the economy.
And for others,
some of us not happy with most of the legislation is doing all we can to maybe slow things down and see if we can prevent some of the more egregious bills from getting across the finish line.
Even though both sides have seen bills they say they aren't too fond of, they have bills of their own that they'd like to see passed.
I call them piggy banks, and we need to do that today. 8,000 home seniors will lose their health care if we don't pass that bill.
I would love to see my bill to raise the marriage age pass. I also have a bill for CBD oil expansion to help children with epilepsy. Those are two of mine that I would love to see passed, but I don't think they have much of a chance at this point.
But no matter what side they represent, there's still one goal.
I just hope that we can continue to work through the rest of the day and get some things across the line. There's been a lot of holdups, particularly in the Senate, and we're hopeful, fingers crossed, that we can get some of these bills across the line so we can continue to improve the lives of the people of Missouri.
Both Evans and Lavender say they're unsure if they'll go into a special session after the regular session ends later this evening. Reporting live in Jefferson City, Desiree Evans, KAMU 8 News.
All right, thank you, Desiree. Real ID legislation has landed on Governor Greitens' desk after final approval by both Missouri chambers last night. Here's what you need to know about Real ID. Its approval comes after the federal government said Missouri licenses won't be valid at airports next year without tougher identity requirements. Missouri law currently prohibits the states from complying with the Real ID Act because of privacy concerns. Governor Greitens has said he supports Real ID legislation and is expected to sign off on the bill, the last step in the process.
There is a lot going on between graduation and Mother's Day this weekend. Let's check in with Tori to see what kind of weather we should expect. Hey, Tori.
Hey, thanks a lot, Brittany. The good news is if you do have any outdoor plans this weekend, either for graduation or Mother's Day, things are going to be pretty picture perfect. We're going to hang on to these beautiful clear skies and sunshine for the rest of the afternoon and the better part of this weekend as well. We also have a really nice warming trend in store. That started earlier this afternoon as most of mid-Missouri saw temperatures back into the middle 70s, and that's kind of where we're sitting right now. It's 73 from Mexico, Fulton, and Herman. It's 74 in Columbia. 76 is our warmer spot near Jefferson City. Although those winds continue out of the north and northeast, helping things at least feel a little bit on the drier side. Those are going to continue to calm down as we head into the rest of your evening. So if you are heading outdoors tonight, things are going to be really mild, very comfortable. We'll see temperatures kind of hanging around those middle and upper 70s. And where we are still hanging on to a little bit of cloud cover, those skies are going to completely clear, and we're going to be left with even more sunshine, it looks like, heading into Saturday and Sunday of this upcoming weekend. As you can see, that does come, of course, with a little bit of a warmer trend for the rest of the weekend. We have even warmer temperatures to expect for the work week next week. That, of course, comes with some more rain chances as well. So I'll have that full 8-day forecast in just a little bit.
3 days after abruptly firing the FBI director, President Trump appeared to threaten James Comey in a tweet, hinting he may have had their conversations recorded. NBC's Blaine Alexander has the latest on another whirlwind day in Washington.
Still feeling fallout from his exclusive interview with NBC's Lester Holt, President Trump opening a new controversy, tweeting this thinly veiled threat to the FBI director he fired. James Comey better hope that there are no tapes of our conversation before he starts leaking to the press.
That's not a threat. He's simply stated a fact. The tweet speaks for itself. I'm moving on.
White House spokesman Sean Spicer refusing to deny whether a tape exists. The White House also downplaying the president's threat to cancel daily press briefings. But in an interview with Fox News, the president says it's a possibility.
We just don't have them, unless I have them every 2 weeks and I do myself. We don't have them. I think it's a good idea.
The president today making a surprise appearance at an event for military families, a positive image after a week of bad press. But Russia is once again taking center stage.
There is no collusion between me and my campaign and the Russians.
The president citing former National Intelligence Director James Clapper as saying there is no collusion, but Clapper tells a different story.
I don't know if there was collusion or not. I don't know if there is evidence of collusion or not, nor should I have.
Clapper also said Comey told him he was uneasy about a White House invitation to dinner where the president claims Comey told him he was not under investigation. The president told Lester Holt he welcomes that FBI investigation. Blaine Alexander, NBC News, Washington.
Comey announced he will not speak to the Senate Intelligence Committee next week after being asked to do so shortly after being fired. The U.S. Office of Government Ethics also had a presence on Twitter today. This is the tweet. It says, quote, "Public service is a public trust requiring employees to place loyalty in the Constitution, the law, and ethical principles above private gain." Many Twitter users responded to the tweet, speculating it could be a reference to Trump firing Comey on Tuesday.
Attorney General Jeff Sessions received a police award at the Department of Justice this morning and outlined new guidelines for federal prosecutors. A New York City association awarded Sessions for his support of law enforcement. Sessions did not have any reaction to President Trump's firing of Comey, but he announced a new directive that encourages prosecutors to pursue tougher charges and sentences for serious crimes, especially those involving drugs.
They deserve to be unhandcuffed and not micromanaged from Washington. Rather, they must be permitted to apply the law to the facts of each investigation.
The directive reverses an Obama administration plan where former Attorney General Eric Holder pushed to avoid charging some defendants with drug offenses that would trigger mandatory minimum sentences. Dr. Larry Nassar, the former Michigan State University sports medicine physician accused of sexually abusing his patients, appeared in court this morning. The hearing is to determine if there is enough evidence to proceed to trial. He faces 15 counts of first-degree criminal sexual conduct charges for sexually assaulting 7 gymnasts he was treating for injuries. He worked for decades at Michigan State University Gymnastics. He also formerly worked for USA Gymnastics, which trains the U.S. Olympic team.
Hospitals across England have been forced to turn away patients and cancel appointments after being victims of a massive ransomware attack. A security firm says there's been more than 45,000 attacks in 74 different countries, including Spain and Russia. The ransomware locks down all files on an infected computer until the user pays to regain control of them. People have 6 hours to pay, and the ransom goes up every few hours. It appears most people have paid the initial $300. Experts say it's likely the attack will spread to the U.S. The U.S. could soon expand its laptop ban to all flights coming from Europe. The U.S. and top European ministers are talking today about that possible expansion. The Department of Homeland Security met with lawmakers yesterday to lay the groundwork. Devices larger than a smartphone were banned from carry-on luggage on flights from 10 airports in the Middle East and Africa in March. The U.S. said it was because of intelligence suggesting terrorists could hide explosives in larger devices. Coming up, how 10 local nonprofits are profiting from nearly $500,000.
And why one national study is warning nurses to take their own health advice. But first, you're taking a live look over the Lake of the Ozarks on this beautiful Friday afternoon. It is 5:07, and this is KMU8 News, First at 5 coverage you can count on.
I know moms love flowers for Mother's Day, but what else?
What about some cash? Watch Wheel for your chance to win $1,000 cash in the Wheel of Fortune Mother's Day giveaway.
How's this?
Perfect! On Wheel.
Weeknights at 6:30 on KOMU8.
Athletes 50 and older join KOMU8 for more than 20 sports in the 23rd Annual Missouri State Senior Games, June 14th through the 18th in Columbia. For more information and to register, visit smsg.org.
Never be surprised by the weather. Download the free KOMU8 Weather and Traffic app for your phone and tablet.
Save up to 50% on a hot tub or swim spa at the Hot Tub and Swim Spa Blowout Expo this weekend at the Holiday Inn Expo Center. Browse the largest display of hot tubs and swim spas in the region. See swim spas in action offering exercise, therapy, and fun all year long. Over 40 spas will be on display from 6 major brands at huge discounts. Financing is available and parking and admission are free. That's the Hot Tub and Swim Spa Blowout Expo this weekend at the Holiday Inn Expo Center in Columbia. Visit thespashow.com. That's thespashow.com.
More people than ever are making the move to Nissan, making Rogue America's best-selling SUV. Make the move today. Memorial Day savings start now. Save on Rogue, a car that can help stop for you. And Altima with advanced safety features. Make the move to Nissan, America's fastest-growing auto brand. Get 0% financing for up to 72 months on 11 models, or save up to $3,000 on Rogue.
The First Alert Weather Cam is brought to you by the law firm of Harper, Evans, Wade, and Nettemeyer. We will fight for you.
Welcome back to KOMU 8 News. First at 5, we're starting off with a live look over Columbia Regional Airport. We do have a few fair weather cumulus clouds hanging around with us at this point, but overall, it's been a very sunny and very warm, very seasonal start to our weekend here at Columbia Regional Airport. They saw top temperatures reaching 75 degrees, again, very close to that 73-degree average, and we're going to continue with very mild conditions for the rest of this evening as well. Right now, Columbia Regional Airport's checking in at 74 degrees. Winds continue out of the east-northeast right now at about 10 miles per hour, keeping things actually relatively mild out there, as relative humidity is only at about 52% at this point. So a great start to the weekend. If we take a look at your live traffic across most of our KOMU 8 viewing area, things are moving along pretty nicely, with the exception of the downtown area and, of course, areas near the University of Missouri, as it is going to be graduation weekend. So things around Stadium, Providence, and the downtown area are going to be moving pretty slow at times. So if you do need to be heading downtown this weekend, you will want to allow yourself maybe a couple of extra minutes to find some parking downtown. The good news is weather's not going to be an issue for us out there this weekend. We'll continue on with that warming trend. Top temperatures on Saturday are back into the upper 70s and low 80s for Mother's Day as well. And we actually continue to warm throughout a good part of the next work week as well. We are going to keep that sunshine around. Temperatures could actually reach back into the 90s for the first time this year in mid-Missouri in some spots on Tuesday afternoon. So stick around. We'll continue to keep you updated on that. In the meantime, our skies again are mainly clear. We have one more round of some of those mid-level clouds to get through later on this afternoon. But that storm system that brought us the rain for the middle part of this week has shifted well off to our south. It's actually still bringing some fairly strong showers and storms across parts of Arkansas, Mississippi, and the Alabama area. But for us here at home, high pressure in place at the surface continues to move on in, clearing out our skies and keeping things relatively mild for this weekend. For tonight, we are going to be a little bit cooler than the past previous evenings. We do drop to about 52 degrees with that really light breeze out of the north, only at about 4 to 8 miles per hour. And winds actually are very calm throughout the entire day tomorrow. You're not going to feel much. They will eventually shift out of the south, helping to usher in some of that warmer air by tomorrow afternoon. But top temperatures back to around 79, at least to start the weekend. Again, we climb from there back into the middle and upper 80s for at least the first half of the week tomorrow. Things look to become a little bit more active, though, for Thursday, Friday, and Saturday. It looks like we'll have to dodge isolated showers and thunderstorms again for Friday, and at least most of the day on Saturday, it looks like, before things kind of calm down on Sunday. So enjoy this weekend. Next one's going to be different.
The weekend looks nice. And this is the weekend you want to be nice.
Right, and it's not humid either, even though it is going to be a little bit warmer, so that's always good.
All right, thanks, Tori. Thank you. Missouri drivers will soon see more tractors and mowers on the side of the highways. MoDOT's mowing season begins Monday, and the department encourages drivers to slow down and be alert when they pass those mowers. MoDOT is not cleaning the roadsides up to make it easier on the eye, though. It is doing it for public safety. The summer months are peak travel times for Missouri drivers.
So thousands are going to walk across the stage this weekend for graduation.
That might cause problems for those who prefer to use four wheels, where you might want to avoid this weekend coming up.
We do a lot of talking in this business, and that's what I do for a living every night. But listening is as, if not more important, that we understand how these stories are impacting people's lives on a very personal level.
Freedom is never far away. Take one drive in the most awarded and best-selling SUV brand and discover that the world is your backyard. Hurry in for great deals now at the Jeep Drive and Discover event.
Now get $4,500 total cash allowance or 0% financing for 60 months on the 2017 Jeep Cherokee.
Closed captioning of KOMU8 News is brought to you by Bob McCosh Chevrolet Buick GMC Cadillac.
This month's special at Casey's General Stores is any large made-from-scratch specialty pizza for just $13.99. For easy, quick service, order online or use our mobile app right now. Casey's, famous for pizza.
Moving can be a chore, but at BMW of Columbia, it was great. The ultimate driving machine with the ultimate buying experience in our new state-of-the-art 30,000 square foot facility, 1900 I-70 Drive Southwest. And we're ready to have you come check us out. Expanded service, expanded parts, and we have more inventory. Over 400 new and pre-owned to choose from. All on sale with special pricing to save you money. We want your business. BMW of Columbia, 1900 I-70 Drive Southwest for the ultimate buying experience. ColumbiaBMW.com.
This month's special at Casey's General Stores is any large made-from-scratch specialty pizza for just $13.99. For easy, quick service, order online or use our mobile app right now. Casey's, famous for pizza.
Here's what's happening right now. With almost 6,000 students graduating this weekend, MUPD warns the community to try and avoid the campus area. KOMU8's Carla Valcourt is live on Stadium with a look at traffic there.
Graduation weekend is in full swing. Right now, it's not too congested on Stadium, but it is expected to get heavier throughout the weekend. In preparation for graduation, MUPD assessed the graduation class size, venue locations, and commencement times. From there, the staff placed officers at specific venue locations. The campus is also busy from students moving out of residential halls and leaving for the summer. This weekend, 90 to 95% of hotels are packed with visitors, according to the Columbia Convention and Visitors Bureau. I spoke to a parent that is happy her daughter's graduation was today.
Apparently there are not a lot of graduations today, which is a good thing. When I heard that hers was the day before, most of the things we were real happy. So we're getting out of town tomorrow morning before the big things happen.
Students at Westminster College in Fulton also graduate this weekend. Live in Columbia, Carla Valcourt, KOMU8 News.
All right, thank you, Carla. Some of those graduates are nursing majors and are just days away from becoming a registered nurse. The only problem is a nurse's job doesn't end. According to the Bureau of Labor Statistics, registered nurses have the 4th highest rate of injuries and illnesses. Veteran nurse and assistant professor at Sinclair Nursing School said future nurses need to remember to always take care of their well-being.
You have to be dedicated to taking care of yourself. And if we want to teach patients the good techniques they need to stay healthy, then we also need to practice those techniques.
Pope Joyce says the American Nurse Association wants to improve nurses' working conditions through their new challenge, Healthy Nurse, Healthy Nation. The Heart of Missouri United Way announced an increase in health agency spending today after a record-high fundraiser last year. Nearly $500,000 will go directly to 10 local health agencies, more than any year ever. The funding focuses on increasing access to health care, substance abuse prevention, and filling funding gaps across mid-Missouri.
Healthy people actually spread throughout families. And so when you're supporting health, you're supporting the health of not only a community, but the health of families and the continued health of families within communities.
The remaining funds will continue to support the 24 other agencies, which will receive increased funding in the next 2 years.
When trying to get healthy, many people cut corners how one health fad might actually be causing more harm than good.
Find great gifts for mom and big home improvement savings during Menards Mother's Day sale. Pittsburgh Paramount Exterior Paint provides the most advanced protection with true one-coat coverage. And now it's available in a first-of-its-kind one-coat white. Save $10 a gallon after rebate. Create your own backyard getaway with landscape blocks. Creststone retaining wall block in straight or beveled styles is 99 cents each after rebate. Plus, Menards gift cards are perfect for Mother's Day.
Save big
It's the McCosh May 500. We are out to sell, buy, and trade 500 vehicles in the month of May. Stop by and get your May 500 bonus tag with up to $4,000 in extra savings. From now till May 15th, a brand new 2017 Chevy Malibu LT is priced to sell at 20% off MSRP. That's over $6,000 in savings. So find new roads to #1 Business Loop in Columbia. Chevrolet makes the car, Bob McCosh makes the difference.
You've been injured in an accident. You're waiting for the insurance company. They are busy working to pay you less. You are losing your chance to gather evidence that helps you, like photos and witness statements. Do you submit your bills to your own health insurance? And what happens if your bills go to collection before you have finished your medical treatment? To better serve and guide you, the Hines & Wilson Law Firm represents only injury claim clients. Why settle for less? Call today for your free consultation. Trusted, respected. The Hines & Wilson Law Firm.
Missouri's lawsuit climate is ranked as one of the worst in the nation. The legislature must take urgent action now to stop the avalanche of lawsuits and fix a broken system. The list of reforms is long, and all should be done now. It's now time to put consumers and small businesses first, not trial lawyers. Support jobs, justice, and common sense legal reform now. Paid for by the U.S. Chamber Institute for Legal Reform.
You don't have to hit the gym or run a marathon to feel happier and better about yourself. A new University of Connecticut study finds exercise as simple as a leisurely walk can reduce depression in sedentary people. When researchers monitored the activity of more than 400 adults for 4 days, they found more was not always better. Those that did light or moderate exercise had the greatest improvements in mood and well-being. The juicing fad continues to grow, but it may not be as healthy as people think. Too much of it can be harmful. The body has to adjust to be able to digest the large amounts of vegetables it isn't used to. And if the juice has more fruit, the naturally occurring sugar will enter the bloodstream faster.
When we're juicing, you're getting rid of at least a bunch of the fiber, at least broken down. I mean, we can get some insoluble fiber, but so that could definitely lead to an increase in blood sugar.
London says juicing is all right if it's 80% vegetables, 20% fruit. Arthroscopic surgery is not a good option for most people with arthritic knees. A panel of international experts say the surgery does not provide long-lasting improvement in pain and function, and it's not cost-effective. Most doctors recommend arthroscopy in patients with arthritis, meniscus tears, or stiffness in the knees.
All right, it's okay to admit we're all a little biased when it comes to our pets, but coming up, how one pet is helping kids overcome their fears.
Ahead for us tonight, late details of what may be a global cyber attack underway. Hospitals among the targets. The president's tweeted threat to ousted FBI Director Comey raising questions over whether Oval Office conversations are secretly recorded and why the government may be about to expand its ban on some carry-on electronics on planes. On NBC Nightly News.
Coming up Monday on KOMU 8 News Today.
A crisis team in crisis situations, a look at the training in the capital city. Plus, construction crews anticipating an exodus of MU students get ready to tear up some parts of campus. We'll provide a preview.
And it's a new week ahead. I'll have a look at your forecast.
Live coverage of local news and weather to get you ready before you head out the door. KOMU 8 News Today, starting at 4:30 a.m. Coverage you can count on.
To the friends who never back out. The ones who say hell yeah to happy hour. Always up for another round. TGI Fridays gives you endless apps. Forever. Always endless apps. $10.
Chevy is the most awarded car company 3 years in a row.
Really?
Let's see how quickly you can read through all their awards.
2017 Motor Trend Car of the Year.
Kelley Blue Book 2016 Best Resale Value.
U.S. News Best Car for the Money. 10 Best blah, blah, blah.
Only about 90 more to go. 2017 IIHS Top Safety.
2017 North American Car of the Year.
That's a lot of awards.
Get 20% below MSRP on all Malibu LT models. That's $5,200 on this Chevy Malibu. Find new roads at your local Chevy dealer.
It feels primal. Lighting a heap of wood on fire to cook enormous racks of tender pork belly or 13-hour brisket. They crack and sizzle in the smoke, taking on the flavor of the hickory wood that blazes beneath them. This whole process isn't much different than it was when it all started. Except there are Arby's scattered all over the land now. Arby's, we have the meat.
This is the KOMU8 Cares calendar.
Columbia Parks and Rec kicks off its Summer Family Fun Fest series next Wednesday evening at Cosmo Park. The theme for May is Kindness is Contagious. And you can support the Alzheimer's Association Greater Missouri chapter at the Roast of Mark Finner coming up on May 25th. You can visit alz.org/Greater Missouri.
This KOMU8 Cares calendar is brought to you by Bob McCosh Chevrolet, a KOMU8 caring company.
Save up to 50% on a hot tub or swim spa at the Hot Tub and Swim Spa Blowout Expo this weekend at the Holiday Inn Expo Center. Browse the largest display of hot tubs and swim spas in the region. See swim spas in action offering exercise, therapy, and fun all year long. Over 40 spas will be on display from 6 major brands at huge discounts. Financing is available and parking and admission are free. That's the Hot Tub and Swim Spa Blowout Expo this weekend at the Holiday Inn Expo Center in Columbia. Visit thespashow.com. That's thespashow.com.
To the friends who never back out. The ones who say hell yeah to happy hour. Always up for another round. TGI Fridays gives you endless apps. Forever. Always endless apps. $10.
Hey there, everyone. With me on today's Pet Corner is cute little Peppermint. She is a 2-month-old female domestic short-haired kitten. She likes to sit on your lap and talk to you. She's still full of very playful kitten energy. She would be a perfect cat for any home. If you're interested in Peppermint, you can call 573-443-PETS or go to cmhspets.org.
Lawmakers in Jefferson City are wrapping up today's state legislative session. KMU8's Desiree Evans is live at the Capitol with a recap of today's top story.
I've been here most of the day today with the lawmakers, and everyone's telling me they're busy trying to avoid going into special legislative session, which means that if the problems are left unresolved or if the issues are left unresolved come 6 o'clock, that could happen. Hopefully I'll have an update for you by 6. Reporting live in Jefferson City, Desiree Evans, KMU8 News.
Here's a look at what we're following for KMU8 News at 6. Having iPads in school means instant internet access at students' fingertips.
But it also means extra distractions. We'll tell you how teachers feel about the technology at 6.
It's something all pet parents can relate to. We've been talking about pets during the commercial breaks, actually. Feeling happiness and relaxation around your animals. One woman in Michigan is offering her pet pig as a source of therapy for others, especially little kids. Judy the pig visits hospitals and nursing homes, even visits those in hospice to help people smile when they need it most. Judy helped one boy in the class who struggles with anxiety. He'd never spoke a word in class until Judy came along.
All right, we're going to hang on to those clear skies, a really nice light northeast breeze through the rest of this evening. So that's going to keep our temperatures on the comfy side tonight. We're back into the middle and upper 60s throughout much of this evening, hanging on to the warmth throughout the rest of this weekend as well. Upper 70s tomorrow, and then we're back into the mid 80s from Sunday, Monday, and actually the better part of the work week next week.
All right, so congratulations to all the graduates out there, and happy Mother's Day to all the moms. Should be a really nice weekend for you. That's our time for now. Thanks for joining us.
NBC Nightly News is next. We'll see you back here at 6. Good night.
On air, on